live. Do the intro.
5, 4, 3, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're now tuned into another episode of the blackest podcast in the universe. Black Man Can't Jump. Fly Kid Nick, for reals. We back at it. Thank you for tuning in. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. Pressure is privilege. Sometimes you gotta reminisce and tell God the things you're thankful for, because it's too easy to complain. So,
Right out the gate with it, y'all. Pay attention. Message of the day.
how are you?
I am listening to what you just said and like taking that into consideration. You said pressure is privilege. Pressure is privilege.
Pressure is privilege.
No wrong with that one. This is the purple episode too, just in case you didn't know. You feel me? So pressure is privilege, and I'm wearing purple because it's the color of royalty. I'm in that on that.
Earl Smith Jr. jersey.
Okay, yeah, just kidding. And he graduated, right?
He did.
Fresh out of high school too. No.
College. My
College.
man is a collegiate scholar.
Double, 2-sport athlete, technically. And how is it dope to be like, you talking with, you're like, I got an NBA championship, so I'm just here to get my degree. I didn't compensate.
I'm gonna say, okay, so there's a lot of things as a black person that matter to us, and then there's a lot of things that don't matter to white people.
Man.
So you could walk in a room full of people and people will be like, man, you're an athletic specimen. I hate the term thoroughbred.
Freak of nature.
I hate when there's another one I hate. I hate when they're like stud. Oh my God, those words trigger me. Yeah, those words trigger me because it makes me think of like when they used to line us up.
That's what it
and like it'd be like,
yeah,
he's got good arms.
all that good stuff.
He could pick cotton for hours. Look at that boy. His fat to muscle percentage is low, you know. You could work that boy for about 8 hours before he even needs a swig of water. He's a stud. So words like that really trigger me. But to go back to J.R. Smith, I actually appreciate the way Earl handles himself because he's that nigga in every category. So like he's smart enough to where like you're not talking over his head. He an athlete, so he'll beat your ass if he feels the disrespect.
If it need to come down to that, yeah.
And he fits wherever he needs to fit in. He actually a top-notch golfer for being a NBA champion. So
did he win the slam dunk contest?
He did.
Slam dunk champion, NBA champion.
One of my favorite moments is when he banged on Tony Parker when he jumped from the free throw line. 2 hands like this. Superman jumped on him.
That was him?
And then he flew. Yes. I'll never forget that.
That was Tony Brown. I thought that was Gary Neal.
Was
I remember
it?
that because he came off the opposite leg. He jumped off his right leg. It was a right leg, 2 hands, climbed his chest, came down on the rim. I mean, I wish it was Tony Parker. You feel me? That'd be nice if it was Tony Parker, but I have a feeling like that. Yeah, Gary Neal.
It is Gary Neal. It is Gary Neal.
You know, certain dunks you're not gonna forget.
Yeah.
I feel like we came from the time like you didn't know what the dunks. You didn't know when the dunks were coming. Now you kind of like know. I think about this is the end of the first quarter. He took off kind of far though. I'm gonna tell you what caught him off guard.
What's how far he jumped?
Yeah.
He thought he had more time. That's terrible to say, but he thought he had more time.
Because you would think he'd take one more dribble. Ooh.
Yeah. This is J.R. Smith is easily one of my favorite temperature players.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that, to those that don't,
2K great.
To those that don't know what I mean by temperature player is that when he's hot, he's hot. When he's cold, he's cold.
Keep it a buck. The reason why 2K had to put the microwave badge in there was probably
high key
because of him, bro.
High key.
There's other players in the league that get hot, but it's like you think JR, Nick Young.
Oh yeah, so I can be for sure. Austin Reeves is turning into that.
I'm a Laker fan, so I'm biased because to me, like, it's good that he's representing the country. He's representing for Oklahoma, Midwest, all that. But that shit don't mean nothing to me because you're not doing it in a Lakers jersey. So that's good that you're holding it down for the.
He was averaging 20 for y'all.
Yeah, but that was last year.
Oh, he's actually showing up for USA.
And he just got paid. Yeah, you be out there doing the same if you just got the check you just got.
Right.
You got access to that type of we will be doing the same thing. I'll be your trainer and you be out there ISO step back.
Yeah, for sure.
Come on, man. So
tell us who your favorite microwave player is in the comments. Moving forward.
Talk to me.
So in Jacksonville, Florida, there was a shooting and 3 blacks were dead, and then the shooter committed suicide.
I think that's what it is.
Well,
I think that's probably why the episode got canceled because of some of the verbiage. I know there's certain words I don't like. That's why we like deleted and unalive and shit like that. They'll let you say nigga though, you feel me? But certain words, I think that's what it was. We was talking about, or some, who knows? But continue. I'm sorry, rambling.
So this is what the second shooting this week because the last week the last shooter
was in Oklahoma, right?
Yeah.
Right, so
and so what are your thoughts on this? Because the shooter in Jacksonville, Florida, actually went to a Dollar General. It was a racially profiled shooting.
So, all right.
He made sure that he killed 3 African Americans. What are your thoughts on the last 2 shootings?
So, I mean, I know the one in Oklahoma was in Choctaw, Oklahoma. Haven't heard too much on that one, to be honest with you, but the one that happened in Jacksonville, interesting because he had gone to a black college at first.
Yeah.
And was denied entry. I mean, basically everybody kind of knows, but it's just another racially targeted shooting, point blank period.
So, my question is, when he went to the college and he was stopped for just not having his ID, did he have the duffel bag with him?
See, that's the other question. That that information hasn't been released. I'm pretty sure it's like
because if he had the duffel bag with him,
probably make him seem more like a shit. Like, what are you doing here?
Right.
White kid.
I was gonna be like, shout out to security or whoever stopped him. Like, hey, no.
Turn around.
Yeah.
You are not welcome here.
But so what are some of your thoughts on how these shooters are getting their guns? What
they getting them like everybody else.
How do you think we should proceed moving forward? You made a really good comment where you were talking about how Canada handles some
Canada, hey, shout out them syrup folks, in North, shout out them for not everything because they don't even have access. Like, it's illegal to own or sell any type of firearm out there. Like, they're legally only supposed to have like bow and arrow type stuff. They can't have no
in Canada.
Yeah, like unless you're like a whatever, like high like that. But I feel as if the America should adopt the whole mental, but it goes against the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because then obviously you're not gonna catch everybody, but the numbers would dwindle, and then you wouldn't have these repeated incidents of happening like that.
Yeah. So
certain people wouldn't be able to get it.
So in England and France, like there's a similar situation where they people out there just don't have guns.
Right.
Like all the
and they still stabbing people to death, still choking people to death. People still dying. Yeah. So what you gonna do? You gonna outlaw kitchen utensils, knives and forks?
So you're saying that getting rid of guns isn't the answer?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Negative.
So you're saying maybe a psych evaluation might be more necessary for people to get these guns.
I think it would definitely help.
Because to those that don't know, I've recently become a gun owner. No, they need to know.
Oh.
To those that don't know, I've recently become a gun owner, and
sharpshooter.
It's pretty. I'm gonna be honest. It's pretty simple to get a gun. It's like 2 minutes of paperwork. As long as you're not a felon, and even then, like you can.
Well, that's a whole nother episode.
But
yeah, continue.
My thoughts on gun control is that I feel like guns are easily accessible, but I feel like the times that we're living in, I'm kind of glad because like there's 3 laws connected to gun ownership where it's stand your ground, protect your castle, and
self-defense.
No, it's stand your ground. Stand your ground, castle
doctrine, whatever. I don't know.
I'll bring it up later. But my point being is that like as of late, people have been acting up. I just recently seen a video where he was pretending to be maintenance, and the guy had a Ring doorbell. Shout out to the Ring doorbell. Shout out to Nas for inventing.
Investing.
Yeah.
He invented that.
Yeah, he invented the Ring. But if you want to dig a little deeper, the alarm was also created by a black person. So, we'll break in your home and we'll also protect it. Anyway.
Somebody went in Texas.
Probably so. But guy pretended to be maintenance.
Right.
Caught the people on the Ring. He didn't answer the door because he was like, I don't feel like being bothered. And then the guy thought that nobody was home, and then him and a second would-be intruder came up to the door, started to kick the door in, and he let it fly through the door, and he evaded. He alluded to a home invasion happening, but it is what it is. So like, in times like this, I feel like people play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And
he shouldn't have said he wasn't at the house though.
Gun ownership. No,
he said he's like nobody's here. I'm not excusing what they did, but I'm saying like
he didn't like the person pretending.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we're maintenance, and then he's like, I'm talking about the guy outside pretending to be maintenance. Like he didn't. The homeowner didn't answer the door because he didn't feel like it was his day off. He didn't feel like being bothered. Right. You can leave. If you're maintenance, not today. And as soon as they start kicking the door in,
somebody was there, all right.
Yeah. So
you make that 9.
I feel like owning a gun under owning a firearm under legal circumstances, wink, because whatever. I'm not gonna tell you not to. You might have to do some stuff.
He said don't be silly.
But learning to properly use a firearm is the essential part that I want to point out.
Training.
I get it. I just think that we do need to be a little more aware of the people that we're allowing
in your circumference.
these automatic weapons because they're automatic every time.
Whoa. Automatic. Who getting on? I mean, unless niggas putting switches or changing shit out, bro.
Semi-automatic.
Yeah, right. Cause
Semi-automatic.
you know, there's all kind of.
Yeah. But I guarantee, if we want to dig a little deeper, that these people are buying semi-automatic weapons and then making adjustments to their guns.
Oh, without a doubt.
So.
Without
automatic.
A doubt. Yeah.
Don't play. Don't play.
Yeah. Hey, you say that. So literally, I think it was in Pennsylvania. A similar situation happened.
Yeah.
But it got stopped. Like, dude tried to come up in there to the church, but they was like, nah, cause the house of the Lord is already filled right now. He's not accepting any more patrons right now. You need to take your ass somewhere else. I'm saying, bro, shit getting real out here. I think what's gonna end up happening is, I don't go to church like that, but I think what will end up happening is how you have
You're always
security.
welcome, though.
Yeah. But how you got security at the club.
Yeah. That's nuts.
You're gonna have security.
I was thinking it, but I didn't want to say it.
No,
that's terrible to say that you would have to have security at
the church,
at your church, tabernacle, place of worship. That's insane.
Have you seen the video? The dude was doing security at the club. He was outside, armored up, geared up. He had the AR, but it had the flamethrower attachment to it.
I'm weak.
And they were like, "What, bro? What you
Buddy
gonna
choosing
do?"
violence.
Yeah.
Buddy,
like, what you gonna do?
Buddy is choosing violence.
Like,
he said,
"I'm a flame and then I'm smoking." I'm like, bro.
That's excessive. That's a Mortal Kombat fatality. Have you been watching some of these Mortal Kombat fatalities?
I have not.
Some of them, I'm like, you're already dead. You're already dead.
Overkill.
Yeah, you are already dead.
It's not necessary, huh?
Anyway.
Yeah.
So moving forward. So Trump with his 19 co-defendants in his current RICO case. What are your thoughts on it? This is the only case at this magnitude that is being recorded for the masses to see. You made a statement where you said that this is
it's political theater.
Political theater.
It's political game theater.
It is what it is.
It's all good though.
We just want to give you guys the best audio
available.
So half this video maybe sound better than the other half. It is what it is.
What was you talking about?
So Trump and his 19 co-defendants in this RICO case is political
theater. Did you see all the photos?
Yeah.
How many of those people looked surprised, upset, or didn't even care?
I'm gonna say this: if they don't care, they got a hell of a poker face.
The black girl had a poker face. She smiling as a motherfucker in that shit. She looked crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
She might be smiling because she knows some shit that's about to get her off. She about to sing the Canary song all about how, Sway? How?
Buddy got, first of all, forget the flamethrower. Buddy got a drum on it. I just want to show you that. See, like that's what's gonna be outside the church.
The homie got more attachments than the Continental in a John Wick movie.
Bruh, he went in Black Ops 2 where you know they let you get 10.
Yeah.
So he has no tactical, no lethal, no secondary.
The homie has made
primary.
up.
Everything is primary, bro.
Made up cyberpunk weapons. The homie got made up Metal Gear Solid Foxhound weapons.
Yeah, that's what's gonna be outside the church, bro.
But Trump and his 19 co-defendants, man, is movie theater. My man is still running in 2024. What does a gun like that cost? Guns are already expensive.
It's an attachment.
The next gun
Imagine
that
flaming
I'm
somebody
looking to
and
purchase is a revolver, and it's like $1,200. This is just a hand. This is just a I'm talking 6 little bullets in my shit. My man got a AK-47 with a drum, with a flamethrower,
wearing a purge mask.
But you wanna know what's more nuts about that gun? To those that can't see what we're looking at, just look up AK-47 with flamethrower, and it's shocking.
AR, flamethrower.
But people with flamethrowers forget, like, somebody hit that motherfucker just right.
Boom.
You going bye-bye.
Yeah, the Orange Man. Hey, bro, I'll say this. Do your research, people. I think it was the early 90s or whatever the case it was. There was 5 individuals in New York that were falsely accused of being extra with a Caucasian female, and they ended up having to serve time and stuff like that. And the guy that has his mugshot across America invested a good amount of his own personal money to put a page out in the New York Times saying that they should re-implement the death penalty. You can go look it up. So I just call this, instead of, he could have been on the other side of history. You could have been out, came out and said these people were being falsely accused of X, Y, and Z. And then when it had been your turn under the jaws of justice, that maybe people would look at your situation a little bit different. But I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but I can look at evidence, and whoever's going to represent him, I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to represent himself. No. I'm just saying, like, he just even like bringing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it can't. I'm hoping that it can't be done, but I can see him trying to.
The thing that's crazy to me is that, like, I think the judge in Georgia told him that after he made his bail, that one of the stipulations was that he couldn't be on his Twitter, now X, account.
How'd that turn out?
And he violated, like,
so he violated parole.
Yeah. And
I don't see no ankle bracelet for that motherfucker.
You also were saying, like, it's nuts that the cult following that this man has,
it's
along with them recording it for the masses to see.
I think it's good to see it modern day, because we haven't really. There's certain things that haven't happened or we haven't seen within our lifetime or within a certain generation, good or bad.
So if they put him behind the jail, what do you think is gonna happen?
So I believe that he gets convicted. Okay.
That's the trajectory that it looks like.
Right. He's gonna have to do some time. He's gonna have to do some time. Like, they're not gonna allow him. First of all, he ain't got no money like that, where he can buy himself out. I'm just speaking how he ain't got no money like that. You feel me? Like, where he gonna go to the Supreme Court and say, look, help a brother out, but he ain't got no pull like that. He got bread, but he ain't got no pull like that.
My man was charging for the
right. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
So trying to get off. I think he was charging 27 for that.
I mean, they said he made 1.5 off the mugshot, off of selling merch.
2.5.
Bill? Okay.
He can talk to some people.
He can talk to some people, but here's the thing. Do those people want to be seen talking with him? Because now you kind of get pulled into it. Right. So who's to say?
Right. It's RICO.
Yeah. Who's to say a couple years from now? Let's think about this. He's behind bars. Yeah. Cuz doing 23s. He pulling 22s. Who say he like, you know what? I want to get out a little bit early. I'm finna give you the whole 6ix9ine story, and people that he's been dealing with that probably wouldn't think that he would say something against them or whatever. And now he has mounds of information that he can come out and degrade anybody with.
Yeah, when they went into his Florida estate, they said he had 19 secret documents that he took from the Oval. So yeah, he got some. Yeah, he might have some stuff on everybody. I think that. I think if they put him in jail, when they put him in jail, I think there's gonna be some people that
gonna be upset.
Yeah, for lack of a better term.
In the words of.
But I also think that they're not playing around this time because they seen what happened when they stormed the Capitol, and they're like, okay, the day that we put him away,
we gotta have everything ready.
We're gonna have some things implemented for the goofies.
And this is where you gotta have superheroes. And it's specific times like this where you need a Nick Fury.
I'm sure there is.
You feel me?
I'm sure there is.
Like you need, because who's to say that my man Trump is like this universe's what's the dude that don't like Superman?
Oh, that's funny.
Who's to say? Yeah, who's to say Trump?
Don't get that boy Lex Luthor. Lex, one of my favorite villains. Like he can't be Lex.
Can't be Lex.
Lex was smooth.
I'm saying
Lex did some smooth ass shit.
He had bread and was. Name me a evil villain that has bread.
Joker.
But Joker get his money. I'm talking about Joker get his money through the underground. You know what I'm talking about? Like we get it. He could be
Kingpin.
But I'm talking. You get what I'm.
He could be Kingpin because like we all know Kingpin doing some
shady
violation ass shit
behind the scenes.
But he
up close, you
just walking through the room having a great time. He could be Kingpin. He can be
like a bootleg Kingpin. Kingpin, I put Kingpin above Trump because Kingpin cool with it. Like he'll get his hands dirty.
Yeah.
Trump gonna hire somebody to get their hands dirty and then still snitch on you.
You think he could? Yeah, guys, I think it was.
Bro, go crazy on his ass. For real. Yeah, I mean
that was a terrible impersonation.
It was spot on.
I'm gonna get my voice a little. I'm gonna do another one later on in the episode. So Mitch McConnell's freezing again.
It's a glitch in the matrix. Hey, 2 words. 2 words. Oh, 2 words. Term limits. Okay. I think there's a couple million people across America that feel the same way. That no offense, if you were born in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s, and unless you're in good withstanding health, go ahead and retire. Enjoy your life. And I think that's the problem that we have in this current generation is we have so many people that are trying to work. You got people that have been in these fields, these specific fields and these specific positions, you know, these higher positions for so long, and they don't want to leave.
Yeah.
And look, this ain't our granddaddy's world no more. You know what I mean? Like so you have those type of individuals that are still in power making decisions for people like us. And this man is being questioned if he's going to run again for office, and he glitches. So imagine he gets asked a real question. Like, what are you going to do about the disproportionate funds that from one school district to the next, or from one hospital to the next? That motherfucker probably have his brain probably blow up, bro, and start oozing out his fucking ears.
It's funny you ask that because anyway.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, it's creepy, bro.
Him and Sleepy Joe.
Oh yeah, Sleepy Joe. Let's go, Brandon. That'll be a cold. I hope I'll get that as the thumbnail.
Good news, everybody. Bronny James has congenital heart defects. It's treatable. He's getting ready to be back on the court. I'm very glad to see that he's not being taken out, and we get to see what will be.
What will be.
Brandon Ingram has signed with the Jordan brand.
Why? Oh, I know why.
Do you think?
I know why he did.
Man, first and foremost, do you think his shoe is gonna be dope, like something you want to wear, or do you think it's like so many other Jordan shoes where it's like lackluster?
Best case scenario.
Luka's are alright. Tatum's are alright.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. Best case scenario, he has a dope.
Russ Why Nots are cool.
If he's in that spectrum, I think his shoes have a chance. Don't forget his running mate, his Dookie
Zion
is with Jordan Brand too. So that's how he got the plug.
Those are ugly.
Right.
But the Voodoos, the Jordan 1 Zion Voodoos are.
So there you go. So if I'll tell you this, if they're under $150, I'll look at them. This is his first shoe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look at him.
So
I just picked up the young shoes. So.
Which ones?
The Zoom, the Freak 5s, whatever they call it.
Okay.
Need some new ones.
I can dig it.
Comfy. I probably want
They do a pretty good job on Giannis' shoe.
Yeah, Giannis shoes.
My favorite ones are the Unos. So Brandon Ingram, moving forward, Brandon Ingram is not being productive with Team USA.
Why?
Compared to Austin Reeves.
They don't play the same minutes.
And he's saying that it's not quite what he expected.
Who?
So now Austin Reeves is taking
his minutes. You know what B.I. doing? Look, wherever they going, my man chilling. He making plugs. I wouldn't be worried about playing either. Like if
he said that since Team USA is killing it right now, he's let Austin be Austin.
Yeah, let Austin be. Look, hey, I'm on vacation. I come to practice. You know, put up some shots. I'm staying in shape for the regular season.
Yeah.
You know, for my team. You know, hey, I don't have to. Well, how many minutes? Probably playing what, 10 minutes maybe, if that.
Oh.
See what I'm saying? Because I've been watching some of the games. I know it's been Brunson, Edwards, what's his name kind of come in a little later. Halliburton comes in later. Reese be getting playing time. Jackson Jr. be getting playing time. What's his name? The other Dookie. Pablo, he gets some. He be playing.
Waiting on that Pablo.
He be playing here and there.
That's not it.
They played today.
I just want to see the minutes.
What you gonna say? Go back up.
You're right.
13, 15.
Austin had 17.
And 10.
And BI had 17.
But 17.
What was the last team? I think that's something last team. There we go.
Oh, Lord. Hold on. Go to Buddy real quick. See, I mean, he had to have at least 20.
Who?
Squidward Jordan. I mean, Squidward Kobe.
I'm weak.
Squidward Bryant. That nigga look like that nigga, bro. 8 points.
So Brandon Ingram at 15, Austin Reeves at 18.
So
they still getting them.
But look what they play though. You're not playing nobody, bro.
Yeah.
These games don't count. I mean, they count, but they don't count. When they play against Greece, they play against, there you go, Dominican Republic.
So, real quick, in FIBA, Dominican Republic is 3-0.
Undefeated.
Italy is 2-1. Angola is 1-2. The Philippines are 0-3.
And Philippines got screwed in that group.
Serbia is 3-0. Puerto Rico is 2-1. South Sudan is 1-2.
That's funny.
China is 0-3. I really be thinking that China would do better. USA is 3-0. USA. Greece is 2-1. New Zealand is 1-2. Jordan is 0-3.
Yeah.
But USA is 3-0.
It's a group play, man. It's trash.
Lithuania is 3-0. Montenegro is What'd you call me? Is 2-1. Egypt is 1-2. Mexico is 0-3. My brothers south of the border need to.
They don't need to do nothing. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Germany is 3-0.
They got
The Germans.
Bro, they got a squad.
They do.
What's his face? Schroeder.
Dennis Schroeder.
Is it Wagner? Wagner? Wagner. And then I think they got Tice too. They got pieces.
Australia.
Australia is nice.
2-1.
Was Giddy,
Joshua.
Dante.
Don't.
What's the little koala bear dude that be shooting threes?
I'm weak.
You know that's who I'm talking about. The koala bear nigga. Aussie. He played for Brooklyn. Past couple seasons. Can light it. He's played for Patty Mills, bro.
Aw. I don't know where the correlation in that was. Patty's my guy.
Patty, I was trying to.
San Antonio's in the building.
Oh, he did play for the Spurs. That's right. Japan. Now that's surprising that Japan. That's a tough group though.
Japan is 1-2.
And
Finland is 0-3. Though I guess the only thing good out there is their vodka. Slovenia is 3-0. Georgia is 2-1. Cape Verde is 1-2. Venezuela is 0-3.
Slovenia.
Spain is 3-0.
That's a trash group too.
Brazil is 2-1. The Ivory Coast, is 1-2. Iran is 0-3. Canada, 3-0.
Destroying shit right now too.
Latvia, where Dr. Doom is from, is 2-1. France is 1-2. Lebanon is 0-3. Serbia is 3-0. And I am going backwards at this point. But you get the gist, people. Party people.
Y'all know what it is.
Let's see.
Hey, B.I., shoot a pair of them shoes, bro. Size
11
and a 14.5 or 15. Appreciate it. Jaylen Brown. Big moves.
Yeah,
Big
along
moves.
with my man's $300 million contract, he has not forgotten where he's come from, and he's decided to support Ice Cube and the Big Three.
Ice Cube was so happy.
That was a dope thing to
He
do.
was like, "This is my guy right here." He called me up and said he wanted to play. I was like, "Shit, let's."
It was a dope thing to do.
See
One of
what
my
I
favorite
do.
words is nepotism, and he didn't have to do that. After collecting a $300 million contract,
yeah.
he did not have
Could've
to
just
do that.
posted out the crib.
That was really dope. Shout out to
pulled up.
Jaylen Brown. If you go back to some of our previous episodes, you learn that this brother is not just an athlete. He
Not
is
your
actually,
He is your above average savage.
yeah.
For sure.
We've been coining a lot of phrases.
Phrases? Oh, it's
We're
gonna pop.
just nice at this. But before we go, Good Burger 2. Are we supporting or are we bootlegging?
I'm going to bootleg.
I'm also gonna bootleg. I don't know where we're going from here.
See
Why
the
we're
trailer?
going back to Good Burger after so many
You
years.
see the trailer?
Yeah.
My man, whoever did the makeup, bro,
Yeah.
just leave it, bro.
Let us know in the comments if you plan on seeing this.
Good Burger 2, yeah or nay?
Streaming or bootlegging. I think it's
give-
coming out on Paramount, ain't it?
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
not even getting
Like, look, I-
so that's the answer for us.
Yeah, what streaming service is that? Nickelodeon?
Yeah, probably.
If Nickelodeon was smart, well, Nickelodeon's owned by another service, so it don't matter.
Very rich white man. Anyway, blessings to you and your family. God save the Queen. Like and support. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Follow Facebook, IG, X,
TikTok,
TikTok.
it's IG.
I just said IG. Soon, Snap. We gotta get Martin on Twitter. We're gonna start doing more interviews, all that jazz. So if you guys would like to be interviewed, or if you know anybody interesting, reach out, and we'll make that happen, Captain.
What's the is tbmcjp@gmail.com.
And we're out.